Hi, I'm Deborah Fowler, and I'm going to talk about polar to Cartesian coordinates. Suppose that you have a point. You can divide that point by the distance from a point and the angle from some reference axis. These are polar coordinates. But the problem is we're used to working in Cartesian coordinates. So how do you get your polar coordinates into Cartesian values, x and y? Well, we can drop down the perpendicular, and then we have a right angle triangle. So we can work with trigonometric properties. So for example, the x value is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which in this case, the hypotenuse is r. So we can take that definition and substitute the cosine of that angle equal to x over r. If we multiply each side by r, the r's cancel on the one side and we get an expression for x. X equals r cosine angle. So we can use that as our x component. That gives us our x coordinate. We can do something similar with y if we use sine, because that would just be opposite over hypotenuse. So using the same technique, we now have the y coordinate for our point. So we have r times sine angle. Once we have those coordinates, we can define our properties of our points. And in fact, really, this is defining a circle as well if we keep r constant and move around 360 degrees. But what if we didn't keep the radius and the angle the same? What if we changed instead the angle to 137.508? Well, it might look something like this if we kept the radius the same. But that's not quite what we want. So what we want to do is also vary the radius. So what we're going to do is we're going to grow the radius out a little bit each time we rotate around 137.5 degrees. And if we continue in this fashion, what we get is a pattern that's called the Phyllotactic Pattern, first described by Vogel in 1979. For more information, please visit my website. Thank you for watching.